Okay, I'm in the shed. It's a Sunday. I've got my Rat Rod Addiction t-shirt on from the big Rat Rod event I went to with Jay Cantor in Arizona. Awesome day, excellent people. So I've just got to ask, did anyone cut you off in traffic on the way here?
Not today.
No. It's a nice quiet Sunday. I do have to work this afternoon, so there's not a lot I can do, but standing in front of the Landcruiser because of this. So anyway, long story short was, I haven't mentioned much about this or posted anything because I've been going through insurance with it because the car's insured, which is great. Long story short, I was at the Top Fuel drag racing. I had a whole day there behind the camera doing like a whip pan shot of the Top Fuel cars, which is pretty wild. And at the end of the day, I went and hung out with some of the Pro Mod guys and some of the Top Fuel guys, had a bit of dinner, chilled out, talked a bit. And then throughout that time, there was a cool older dude there who said he was a retired panel beater, came up, was commenting on the car, said how much he loved it. Gave him a look inside the back, everything like that, showed him under the bonnet and shut the bonnet. And then about 11:30 at night, I decided to hit the road, took off past the OTR onto the Dukes Highway back towards Adelaide, probably 200 metres up the road. Hit the 100 zone, I guess, I can't remember, and the bonnet flew open. But the dash cam shows me it was very dark at night time. I got down the road, and on the dash cam you can see the bonnet creep up to the secondary, and regardless, it hasn't broken the bonnet, it's just alignment issues from me and probably wear and tear and an older bonnet catch. So anyway, bonnet flew open, ripped the back corners out of the bonnet, smashed the windscreen, damaged the scuttle panel, the wipers, everything like that, and the bonnet went flying over the top of the car. And at that point, it was, like 11:30 at night. Pulled over, went, what the f just happened? Composed myself for 2 seconds, went, okay, I better run back and grab the bonnet off the road. And then a few hours later, I was home. So the next day I just looked at the car, went, right, better ring the insurance company. And from there, went to a panel shop. They assessed it. They gave their quote on the repair. The assessor went over it. They came to an agreement on value. And basically I just decided, because I built the car with the help of my mates, that I was just gonna fix it myself. Decided to take a settlement rather than get the repairs done. It's here now and I'm gonna start pulling stuff apart and work out what needs to be fixed. So yes, and just quickly before I go any further, as much as it is repairable, it's kind of heartbreaking when things like this happen. It's annoying and you just get up, dust yourself off, much like falling off a motorbike and breaking your shoulder, I guess. And then fix it and then move on. So that's where I'm gonna go with this and my fat head. One thing I did do before it was transported was zip tied the bonnet, hinges and the gas struts down. To be honest, the gas struts probably are fine. Maybe some bending there, but I'm gonna tell you now that I've seen a lot of four-wheel drives over the years, and the metal on an 80 series Landcruiser is f***ing tough. It is very, very strong. You literally walk across the bonnet or the roof and not dent the thing. So I am so impressed with these cars, and I've had this car since 2008, I believe, and they are strong. So anyway, let's have a look at what I have to contend with here, aside from a super duper smashed windscreen. I think this wiper here is good. So as you can see, part of the bonnet is still on the gas strut. It's just ripped it out. These are very strong gas struts, by the way. And same goes with this side. You can see like the bonnet hinge doesn't actually want to go all the way down again anyway, so I think it's quite bent inside and it's rubbing on the scuttle panel there, so should no good. Here the wiper has had the brunt of the screen on it, and then underneath that, that's pushed into this rubber here, so I'm gonna have to get myself another rubber for that, and obviously a windscreen, because that is all busted. I put some gaff tape on it so that on the way home the screen didn't want to explode or implode or whatever. At this point I think I'm going to be kicking it out, or maybe just even getting into rubber and peeling it out so I can throw it in the bin. Wiper, some damage to the scuttle panel, but I think it's more cosmetic around the back there, so I may be pretty lucky there. I was looking at another one the other day, but it looks pretty good through there. So yes, but otherwise, if this is dented here and the sort of panel under the windscreen is dented where the screen goes into, then there's going to be a bit of work to do there. I was worried at first that may have to pull the dash out to fix it. Maybe there's a scuff down the roof from the bonnet going down the roof. Did a bit of a surf down the roof after it flew off, but I think that's not a bad repair job. The problem is that I found with the touch-ups with the Raptor is that it's never really the same, because yeah, they cop a bit of UV, although this car's mostly undercover. Like, it never stays outside overnight, and yeah, it doesn't really cop a hell of a lot of sunlight, so because I only drive it on Club Rego. But regardless, I'm going to pull these hinges out, pull that wiper off, and maybe even attempt to kick the screen out, because there is a lot of broken glass in there. Or we'll probably try and put a blanket or something over here. I'll take the scuttle panel out first anyway, but yeah, let's get into it. Good news is everything there seems pretty good. I haven't seen under here yet, but I think because it's such a big rubber, I don't know, I might have just pushed the screen out, I'm not sure. But screen's next job. I've got the hinges out. Everything here still looks pretty flat, because that is freaking thick metal, and it's double reinforced in there as well. No wonder these things are so heavy, but good job, Toyota. That all looks flat, but what is not flat is the flange that goes on it. Look at that, that is munted. But I guess, I don't know, maybe Toyota thought about the whole what if a bonnet flies open situation and made these intentionally soft. I could probably get away with fixing that, but to be honest, I think I'm just going to replace them with some nice good ones that line up properly. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. So yes, both of them are the same. Properly, look at that. It's just like the brunt of it's like pulled that outwards and pushed it, I don't know. Anyway, so I got wipers on the floor. Scuttle panel's got a bit of a whoop in it there, but she's fixable. So, and thankfully it's mostly cosmetic there. So for the meantime, because this is going to be a short-term repair situation, also somehow, no idea how it happened, but same sort of time frame. I doubt it was anything to do with the bonnet, but the headlight copped a big old rock or something in it. So put some headlights in it, and definitely a new screen. And I may be able to borrow a bonnet in the short term while there's one getting made for it. Let's work out how to get the screen out without making a huge mess. I have so much glass on me right now. Oh yeah, look at that. She bent. Whoa, copped it a bit. Yucky, look at all that glass everywhere. That sucks. My vacuum cleaner is going to hate me after this, but you know, that's what we've got them for. I have 3% battery left. I wonder if I can do this. And that's all the time I have for today.